Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Efficient. This is the Line of Reasoning. Today is August 14th, 2016. 4 days after my last episode, whatever I call these. I was 2 days late. Today I'm doing it on time. Today's Sunday the 14th. I was planning on doing this as I'm releasing it on Mondays or Wednesdays. I released the 10th today. The one I did on August 10th today, like 30 minutes ago. I just released it. Now I'm recording this one. The reason I didn't release the 10th till today was because, like I said a few weeks ago, my computer got completely filled up with data. The whole hard drive ran out of space. So I bought an external hard drive, transferred it all over there, thought it was going to be good, but for some reason a lot of it was hidden, like it said it was there. So after yesterday, I spent 5 hours roughly on the phone with Apple. Not all at once. Over a 5-hour period, I was on the phone for probably a total duration of 2.5 of those hours. 2.5 was waiting. But it looks like I figured it out. They helped me take all the crap off my computer and make sure it's still all on my hard drive and whatever. I'm not that tech savvy, so I definitely needed a genius from Apple. Yeah, so that's why that was late. I always have an excuse, so I hope you guys are used to it. So yeah, this week it's only been 4 days, but that's okay. Last night I saw Sausage Party, the Seth Rogen movie. And that was really, really funny. I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. The only reason I don't give it 8.5 or 9, one of those. I don't give it a 10 because I wasn't hysterically laughing, but maybe that was because I think I overhyped it too much when I was telling my wife about it. I was like, oh, it's going to be so funny because I saw the Seth Rogen interview on Sway in the Morning a few days before it came out, and the way they were talking about it just seemed so interesting. So I told her everything that I saw on that, and I was like, it's gonna be so funny. They said it was the best ending of his career and all this stuff. So if I didn't hype it up, I think I would have given it a 9.5 or something, but I just fucked myself on it. So I'm gonna give it a 9. We'll say 9, not 8.5. 8.5 is too low. I give it a solid 9 to 9.5. It was really funny. The jokes were super clever. It was totally my type of humor. They played on every single stereotype. They just all their jokes were this is how I joke. Queso, someone say queso? They had a joke like that. The queso guy rolls out. I used to joke with my friends queso. If you're saying, okay, so what's next? Okay, so dia. I don't know. Me and my friends used to joke around with stupid shit like that all the time. So if this is a few years ago and I saw it with my friends, it probably would have been a 10 out of 10 just because we were super... That was our thing. But it is not a few years ago and I saw it with my 9 months pregnant wife. So I still give it a 9 though. 9 or 9.5. Definitely don't recommend it for kids, but it was still pretty funny. Don't know what time I started recording. I do that every time. We'll say I started 5 minutes ago. Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, so I was at the movie theater and what's it called? The mall or whatever, and I got 2 new books. I got the Wu-Tang Manual, the RZA, which I have already read. I started reading it this morning. I'm on page 46. Pretty impressive. It's pages like this, though. See it. So it's definitely not hard to read. It's probably 20 regular pages. It still isn't bad. And I also got Unashamed by Lecrae. The Wu-Tang one I started reading first just because I'm more confident in the Wu-Tang. what's it called? And it just seemed a little more interesting. I don't know why. I'm not like all into their like philosophies or whatever. Like it's still super interesting to me how passionate the RZA is with all of it. I'm more interested in that than I am in what he's actually talking about. Like, wow, this actually is something he's super like interested in or passionate about. The Lecrae one. I didn't even notice it has a sticker ripped off on it. That sucks. The Lecrae one, he's a dope MC. I've seen like 1 or 2 interviews with him. I've heard like a handful of songs. And they're dope. Like, he's dope. He definitely knows how to rap. He's an MC. So, I'm super interested into what the book entails, how it's, like, unashamed. Like, he's, I have him on Facebook. I follow him on there, and he posts a lot of quotes out of the book. And it always seems pretty interesting to me. Like, what is it like? Because he always says he's not a Christian rapper. He's a rapper who happens to be Christian. And he's unashamed to admit it. So... But people put him in this box like he's a Christian rapper. So I'm super curious because I feel like if you're like an artsy person and you think in the way of like art, like obviously Lecrae does since he's an artist, there's got to be so much that goes into all that, like how he feels to be put in the box, yet still unashamed. So that one seems super interesting, like story-wise. But I was just like, fuck, I want to read the Wu-Tang shit. All of that being said about the Lecrae, it looks like I have a lot more to say about Lecrae, but Wu-Tang still got the W over. I'm still gonna read it. I also have the Diary of a Madman, which is, I think that's what the title's called, something of that nature, by Scarface. It's his biography or autobiography. That one is in storage because, like I said, I'm at my mom's house and all my shit is in storage. I brought like 2 jackets and a few pairs of clothes thinking I was going to be here for a month, and then I realized I'm a broke ass bitch since a baby's on the way and I'm going to be here longer than I expected. And everything is a mess in storage, so I can't go get that book. But yeah, I'm excited to read those. What's it called? Reading is a kind of weird thing for me. I definitely have never read in my life. This past year, though, Haley has gotten me into it and said, like, you should try reading. I feel like it'll help because I have really bad ADD. She's like, I feel like it'll help just, like, ease your mind. So I read, a few years ago, I read a book, my first book I read front to back by myself, called... Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. And it's a book about like how men and women are just, it's kind of like a self-help book about like relationships and how women are completely different from men. And then I found out, and I was like applying all the philosophy to my life, and like it was like super cool. I felt so accomplished. I could finish this book. And zoned out, sorry. Oh yeah, and then one of my close mentor people told me that guy got a divorce a few years after or something, or maybe 10 years, I don't know. Later on, after that book, he had gotten divorced with his wife. And so I was like, like, that sucks. Like, the guy who's like telling me how to handle a relationship can't handle his own. But then it's like, oh, dude, you can't judge someone like that. Like, I don't know why they got divorced. So, I mean, it was still a good book. Even if he couldn't apply it to his life, he knew how to tell other people to apply it to their own. So, yeah, but I read that book and I was so proud of myself, and then I definitely put it down for a few years. And then I read, this last year I've read like 3 or 4 books. I read How to Rap 2, The Way I Am, Eminem, and I think, yeah, I read all those books in this year, which is super... It's the best feeling ever. I bought a few more. And the Rap Yearbook. I read that book too. Damn, I've read a lot this year. It doesn't feel like it because I don't read on a daily basis. I think I talked about that on here, the Rap Yearbook, how I read that. But yeah, I'm not that big of a reader. When I read, it's like, before I read, it's like, oh, am I going to read right now? It's like I get like almost like so fearful, like, fuck, like I don't want to read. And then when I'm doing it, it feels so good. If I can actually get lost in the writing, like I'm like, wow, this is actually really interesting. Then I'll look up and be like, holy shit, it's been like 25, 30 minutes and I didn't even know. So yeah, reading is good. It's also kind of annoying. But it helps me. So I'm not like trying to advocate, go start reading, but for me personally, it's like it helps. Like the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is read. My day usually seems to go pretty well. I don't know why, but I feel like I just like center myself almost. Even if it's about the fucking old dirty bastards fucking discography or whatever, like whatever I was reading this morning. Like it wasn't like anything like, oh, I can really reflect on the way the RZA and the Jizza and the old dirty bastard went about their life, and like, you know, I'm reading about fucking hip hop and people from the hood and fucking 80s and 90s, their stories a little bit. So yeah, anyways. Oh, and I also just bought the audiobook. I've never heard an audiobook before, but I was like, I drive so much for work that I was like, why don't I get an audiobook? And I got the 50th Law of Power, the 50 Cent one, which seems really interesting also. So when I drive around, I can switch off between music, obviously, that audiobook, and the Bill Burr podcast I listen to on Mondays and Thursdays. Whew, I'm tired as fuck. I don't know why. Also, today is the 14th. I predicted that the baby would be born today. It's not looking that way. It is 4:18 p.m. on Sunday the 14th, and she is not... I mean, she's definitely showing a bunch of signs that she's going to give birth, which I'm not going to get into, but she is. From all the pre-labor signs, it's like, okay, it looks like it's happening from in the next few hours to the next few days, but it's like, that's so long, you know? So I don't think she's going to be born today, obviously. Even if her water broke right now, it's 4 o'clock. So she would be born probably the 15th, I would imagine. I don't know, I've never done this before. But usually I would think labor lasts like 10 to 12 hours. So yeah, I just wanted to say I was wrong on that one. So my new date is the 28th. I'm going to say it's going to be 2 weeks from now. Which sucks. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Which sucks because that's the day I'm going to the studio next to finish the recording for my album. So I definitely don't want the baby to be born on the 28th. I would love for her to be born now so it can be 2 weeks past and then I won't feel as bad about leaving. I kind of crunched that one in, but it was either wait 3 weeks and just knock it out, or wait 7 weeks, and I'm like, I'm not doing that again. So, whatever. These last 4 days, I definitely worked a lot. I worked fucking a lot of hours this week. That's why I'm like, maybe that's why I'm so tired right now. I'm just like drained from it. I worked 15 hours on Monday, 8 on Tuesday, 9 on Thursday, no, 11 on Thursday, 11 on Wednesday, 9 on Thursday, and 15 and a half on Friday. So I would literally just wake up, go to work, come home, shower, and get in bed. And I hate when my life looks like that, but I feel like God is like doing something in my life where I'm like, for whatever reason, I'm working a lot right now, and maybe that's because the baby's coming soon, to like get a little bit more better off. I feel like that grammar was so poor. Get better off financially. God's like setting that up for me. Gosh, this glare. The woo symbol is glaring me. It's so powerful. It is a powerful logo, but that is a completely different topic. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I feel like everything's kind of lining up to the baby being born. Like I worked a lot. Haley, she is showing signs that it's about to happen. I called the 14th, but my life doesn't work the way like I usually call it to. So it'll be like the 15th she goes into labor or something, and then she's born on the 16th. I don't know. But yeah, so that is that. The baby's coming soon, and I think that's why I worked a lot this week. But yeah, working a lot on is hard for me because I feel so weird when I wake up. Like on Friday, I woke up at 2:50 in the morning and got home at 8 p.m. And that is a very weird feeling because you're just like so tired. I'm dirty. I worked in fucking Chula Vista all day, which is like the last city before Tijuana. It's just a really uncomfortable feeling, honestly. But then I'm like, damn, I made a lot of money today because I worked so long. So then it's like, that feels good. But still, when I'm getting out of the shower and I'm brushing my teeth and it's like 8:30 and I'm going to bed on a Friday, it's like, what the fuck did I do this week? But like I said, God's will. I think this is all happening exactly how it's supposed to. Next thing I could talk about is I listened to the album, the new Atmosphere album, Fishing Blues. Gosh, this glare. Sorry. This isn't doing anything. The new Atmosphere album, Fishing Blues, which I actually like. I'm a huge Atmosphere fan. They are probably one of my favorite groups of all time. I like have their whole discography and love all their albums. But Southsiders, I only liked like 3 songs. And 2 of those were bonus tracks. They weren't even on the album. Hell and I forgot the other one, but the Hell one is my favorite song. But yeah, I didn't really like. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Atmosphere fan, and I'm all, like I said last week, I'm all about seeing development in artists, and I could totally tell that they're developing and they're getting better with time, but it's not giving me that same feeling like God Loves Ugly did, or You Can't Imagine How Much Fun We're Having, or even fucking Life Hands You Lemons, Paint That Shit Gold, or Overcast, or Lucy Ford, like all of them. Like they gave me a certain feeling like, wow, I could experience this. Maybe because like when Life Hands You Lemons, I remember when that came out, like, you love the people that love you. That song was so big when it came out, and I remember being like, 2008, I was more competent at hip hop, and I was like, wow, this is sick. And Sunshine, I was like starting to like, but I wasn't like buying albums. I was like using LimeWire and like getting Sunshine and You, and I had those songs by Atmosphere. 2009, 2010 is when I started getting more into like albums for hip hop. I wasn't just like a song listener. So since then, I feel like Southsiders was like their first one that I bought as like a holy shit, an album's coming out soon. I'm watching them do promo for it, and then it drops, and then I buy it, and then I listen to it. So it was a different experience all around. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I just didn't. It wasn't my favorite Atmosphere album by far. But this one, I still haven't bought it, which I'm going to because I just support that music. Even if I don't like it, I'm gonna buy their shit. Also, I learned one thing. I'll say real quick is you can never judge an album off of one listen. I have learned that through definitely just through my own experiences, but I've heard people say that before, and it's so fucking true. Every time you hear an album, what you do know is you know if you're gonna heavily fuck with it, or if you can kind of judge it, but you can't give it a full analysis off of one listen. I don't believe someone who's only heard it once, but like me, don't believe me. Like when that album came out, I was like, oh shit, I already know. I'm not catching every punchline, but this album is gonna be fucking ill. And I listened to it like 20 times after. Partially because it's only a 9-song album, but I knew by first listen. Like, I had a few songs I could go back to. Like, I definitely like this album. So that was the same with the J. Cole album. Like, I definitely like this. I definitely have to get more familiar with it, but there's a few that I latched onto. This one, I listened to it over the YouTube. They released like a 360 video YouTube stream of the album. And I just listened to that, the hour and 8 minutes or whatever it was. And so I don't know any of the song titles or anything. But there was a few songs I was like, damn, that was sick. Like, he was saying some dope shit. And, like, it was cool. It felt cool. I felt better about it than I did Southsiders. And I feel so weird saying how I didn't like Southsiders. I'm not, like, hating on Southsiders. But it just didn't give me the same feeling as their past albums. I would give the Southsiders album 6.5 or 7 out of 10. And I hate saying that because I'm such a big Atmosphere fan. But their other stuff just gave me 9s and 8s, no doubt, on every one of them. Lowest being an 8 for sure. Honestly, I don't even think I give them an 8. I think 9s on all of them except. So Southsiders was just a drop off for me. Whatever. We're almost out of time. Holy moly. But yeah, I would recommend if you listen to hip hop to go get it, because a few lines I caught that I was like, damn, that was sick. He's like, I roll my weed in old eviction notices. And I was like, oh, that's so sick. Like, I'm on top now, bitch. Like, I roll my weed in your old eviction notices. That's an ill-ass line. Then he said one, like, space pod and go up to heaven and thank God. Like, I don't know. I'm going to listen to it again, and I already know. As of right now, I give it like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. But who knows? Maybe I'll find more, maybe I'll find less. I don't know. The sun is definitely fucking this up. Hang on. Hopefully that fixed some of the lighting. Running out of time. Oh yeah, last thing I'll say real quick. I didn't watch the game, but the Chargers had their first preseason game and lost as usual because the fucking Chargers suck. However, they're still my team and I love them. But I'm a huge Melvin Gordon hater because he sucks. But he scored a fucking touchdown, almost 50 yards. Wasn't like he had to do anything that special. I mean, if he was pathetic, he would have gotten tackled at the 10. But he obviously has enough skill to go from the 10 with 2 people there. But he's getting good blocks. I don't know. I didn't watch the game, so I can't comment too much on it. I know we lost to the fucking Titans, which, if you follow football, you know the Titans are no threat. And we lost to them like 27-10. It sucks. Phillip Rivers if had the proper people around him, was definitely like a top 10 quarterback of all time. And he's probably never going to get a Super Bowl ring, which is pretty sad. Because, yeah, he's fucking... I mean, he's incredible. He threw for 500 yards. He's the first quarterback of all time to throw for 500 yards and not win the game. Like, who does that? The Chargers. The Chargers are the team. And I'll comment on Joey Bosa also. Real quick. Melvin Gordon sucks, but I have hope after he scored a touchdown. Maybe second year. Everyone's like, oh, LaDainian Tomlinson had a bunch of fumbles, but he still scored touchdowns. I don't think Melvin Gordon had one rushing touchdown the whole year, which is awful. Completely pathetic. And I'd led the league in fumbles with 7. Don't quote me on that, but I'm in the ballpark on that one for sure. Joey Bosa, that's a tough one because it's not fair that he's not getting it, but it's like, dude, you're a rookie, suck it up. It's like almost like a record deal. Like if someone offered me a record deal that was like, I don't know, I'd probably hold out, dude. Never mind. I don't want to apply that. If someone offered me a record deal that I was like, fuck that, dude. Like, I don't want you guys getting all my money for everything I do. Like, some 360 deal. I'd probably say no. I don't know. See, I want it so bad. See, that's my drive and passion would cloud my judgment. So maybe he's just more mature than me, and he's holding out. He's not playing. Just, I guess, a good quick update to if you don't watch football. Our number 3 overall draft pick, our first round draft pick, the number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, Ohio State, I believe defensive end, won't sign a contract because the Chargers are jerking him off, doing some bullshit. It's completely the Chargers' fault. But at this point, it's like, since they're being such clowns about it, are you going to risk missing your entire rookie season because they're being clowns, or are you just going to... Maybe you can negotiate just like a 1-year deal and then get traded. Like, screw you guys. Like, I'll play just so people develop interest in me, and then I'll bounce the fuck out of San Diego because we're clowns. We're definitely an organization that is ran by a clown show. We're horrific. We've never won a Super Bowl. We've been to one and lost. We suck. And I'm still a diehard Charger fan. But yeah, we suck. So I don't know how I feel about that. I have to do some more thinking on that one, because if someone came to me and was like, because I believe the deal is like, oh, we're going to give you a $17 million signing bonus, but you only get 15 of it after your rookie year, and then we're going to defer like $2 million to your second year. And he's like, no, fuck you, I want all 17 up front after my rookie year. And they're like, fuck you, we don't do that. And there's some other negotiation that's going on that every other draft pick has gotten since 2011, and he's just not getting it, so he feels singled out. But I don't know, if a record label was like, told me, hey, we'll release your project and I'll give you $15 million now and $2 million for your next, I might just think of ways to fuck them out and be like, okay, and spend like $2 million on this one. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. We're running out of time, though. So, I don't know. If you have any comments on Joey Bosa, leave them. My A1 since day one fans. I got love for you, man. I'm just kidding. I'm going to kick a wrap off my phone again, round 2. I know I'm definitely breaking a lot of rules, of my own rules, but I definitely didn't have time in that long work week to write, and it feels weird to just write just for this, so I'll just freestyle if I don't have anything for next week. I definitely could probably still use this in a song, but another one I just found in my phone, I was like, oh, I could use this. I have so many of those at my fucking storage unit. It's such a bummer. I wish I could use it because I really need to show you my skills. That just reminded me of a punchline. I was gonna work off of a skill set. I kill sets, move the S or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. That was random. Anyways, this could totally go on a song, but it's being debuted here. I have no idea if this will make a song though, but it seems like a good starter off verse for a good song. Anyways, check it. I'm just looking out at the people around, and everyone's got their own demons around. You've got that one guy who's been keeping you down, and I've got that one night I've been dreaming about. He's got that one time where his knees hit the ground, and she's got that one lie that's been creeping around. And we all got shit that's been fucking with us. I still hope for the days we don't struggle as much, where my broke situation stops doubling up, where the dope in our veins stops troubling us. 'Cause this life's a bitch, and we treat her like it. But fuck Mother Nature, 'cause she's the type that won't let me ever get to the top of her. Always under the weather, still not that popular, but I keep moving 'cause I need that shit. And they say you are what you eat, and I eat rappers. Woo! Anyways, sorry, I felt no energy during this whole week, this whole podcast vlog. I feel really tired right now. I'm gonna go drink a cup of coffee or sleep. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna hopefully upload this on a Monday tomorrow. I'm gonna upload it right now and then publish it tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes right. Thanks for watching A1 since day one, loyal fans. Line of reasoning. Peace out.